Hey guys, Moose here. We are back with another episode of Stonehearth in our Ascendancy playthrough, and we are building up probably our last house. I don't think we need to make any more than this for now. We do need some more buildings on account of the fact that we lack... because we demolished the tower, we kind of... I'm trying to figure out how to frame this right, so I'm just going to say it in the way that sounds stupid in my head. We lack net worth from buildings as a result of that. That dropped our net worth a bit, I believe. So it would be nice to crank that up a bit and go from there. So I'm probably going to have to design that a little bit in this episode. I have no idea what I want to make, to be honest. I'm probably just going to let them run for a little bit because I want them to kind of consolidate our inventory, because we still have this issue down here, which is a mess, but they're working on it at least, so... Holy shit. They're already almost full. Like, not all of them, but some of them are like well over halfway full. That's scary. Okay, well, whatever. Let's sell some stuff. I think because that stuff's in chests, we can sell it directly, which is pretty great. Maybe not. I could be mistaken there. I'm gonna sell these. Is there anything else we need to sell? I don't think so. What are we over on? Like, we don't have that much. I'm gonna sell the bread. We don't need that much food. Alright, he's out of money. Okay, and if we do need food, we have a lot of wheat that we want to turn into bread anyway. So that's about 100. Let's do 50 and 50. Get that going. Do 2 since we have 2 chefs, and that'll work. So probably I want to say, is this one the most full? That one's the most full. Yeah. I'd like to move this right up here if you don't mind. And then put a new one down here. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. I do not know why you selected that. There we go. So yeah, not too much going on in my personal life. I finally kind of got work mostly under control, I guess. Yeah, fuck it. Empty it out. So, I wouldn't, well... It's not, yeah, I could almost get someone. It's not really under control. It's just I've caught up enough that for like one day I can relax a little bit, even though it's like day's pretty much over. But probably tomorrow I'll have some time to relax, and then I gotta deal with strangers coming into my home to clean, which I'm paying them to do, but also to list the property since I'm moving, so they want to come look at everything and take pictures and stuff, so... Unfortunately, legally the landlord has that right. It's shitty, but I get it. I understand why it's necessary, I just wish that wasn't the way it worked. I think we fucked up a little by doing this because they're not gonna build the house anymore, but they're moving through this pretty quick, so I'm not that bothered by it. Still working down here? Yeah, it looks that way. You know, let them keep digging. It's not a big deal. Resolving that, I think, is going to help a lot of our problems here. I probably shouldn't have dug up so much at one time, clearly kind of choking on that workload, but that's fine. Yeah, so probably after that, I need to study for a couple tests and actually schedule them, and then I have to get money to take those tests from work, which is a pain in the dick, and then I also need to get money to take the next class, which is a pain in the dick. And take the next class, which is another pain in the dick. Like, there's a lot of things coming up that are a pain. But life will be better when they're done, so... Not gonna complain too much. Honestly, the classes aren't that bad, it just sucks to kind of have my time taken up by that. Because there's a lot of things that I would rather be doing, but from a productivity standpoint, I understand that there's not that many other things that would be as beneficial to my long-term success as a person, so I get it. It's, you know, it's uncomfortable, but it's the right thing to do, unfortunately. Which is kind of the story with a lot of stuff. regrettably, but life is suffering or whatever. It's not really that bad, I'm just whining. What else do I need to do? I mean, there's too much going on other than that. Hopefully the Sharks are gonna make the playoffs. They seem to be well positioned to do so, but I'm not going to go into depth on that, knowing that there's plenty of people who don't give a shit about hockey. Thinking about taking a vacation. I might kind of want to go to Hawaii over this summer, but money is always a concern. It'd be really nice to just take like a cheap... I know this like sounds probably stupid, but like a cheap vacation to Hawaii would be real nice. Just, me and Karen just fly out there. Flight's not that long. I seem to remember it being like a 3 to 4 hour flight or something like that. That's not that bad. I can deal with that. It's a little, like, I don't like being stuck in a seat for 3 hours, but, like, previously I'd either be alone or with my family. I don't really like talking to my family. But, like, having Karen there with me, we could play some DS games or whatever. I think we could have fun together, so... It wouldn't be so bad to spend 3 hours stuck with her. So that'd be nice. And then, you know, just kind of enjoy the... Basically being... I don't need isolation from my computer. I need isolation from my work computer. Like, that's the real thing. Because there's no getting away from that. Even when I'm on PTO, it doesn't... And it's not that work is forcing me to do stuff, it's that I don't trust anyone to do my job, and I can't let go, because the problem is if they do it wrong, I have to come back and then fix it. So what winds up happening is I get paranoid, and I say, hey, call me if anything happens, I'll log on and fix it, or whatever. And they, they take me up on it, because of course they do. So it's kind of a shitty situation. I'm not really that happy about it, but I also recognize that I'm absolutely doing it to myself, so I don't really have much right to complain, as much as it might suck. And corn is just such a pain in the ass. I think people preferentially eat corn, which sucks, because there's a lot of corn that we need for a lot of things, mainly pollo feed. Or maybe corn is just like slower growing than wheat. That would be odd. Well, no, it wouldn't really be odd. It would just suck, mostly. How's our blacksmith doing? You have a ton of work to do. Cooking, obviously, has plenty to do. Pottery is making... yeah, maybe don't need to make those anymore. Just make the clay bricks, please. I did not realize that we were still making tower windows. That was maybe an error. That's okay, though. Making thread there, that's good. We probably want to level up our carpenter. I think that would be a good decision here. I would say having access to recurve bows would be nice. So this requires level 4, so let's just crank out like 20 of those. That should give plenty of EXP and not really cost that much resource-wise, because we're pretty good on wood, actually. Actually, you know what? We need to plant some more trees, because we don't need it right now, but we're going to later. So yeah, it'd be really nice to just, head out to Hawaii, where I don't like going on vacation to places that are well populated, frankly. I really prefer to go to more like natural beauty places where it's more about the scenery than the people or the architecture. I don't really like human stuff that much. I prefer nature because human stuff is stressful. Big cities don't do anything for me. In fact, I actively dislike them, and that's, it's a source of stress because you're in this really densely populated jungle where, everything's going quick. You got a ton of people around you. It's not fun to me. And, that's coming from someone who lives, like, I don't know, like maybe half an hour from San Francisco. Half an hour to an hour from San Francisco. The thing is, SF is so big, like, from my perspective, I could drive for half an hour and feel like I'm in SF, but I'm not actually in SF proper downtown. Or I don't even know what the city limits actually are, or if there's San Francisco County or something. I don't know. I think it's like It's not, there is no San Francisco County, I don't think. It's like San Marin or something. I'm not really sure. But like someone who, the main two places I've lived in my life are the outskirts of Toronto and what many would consider to be the outskirts of San Francisco. Even though San Jose is a bigger city, more populated, and actually should be the capital of California in my opinion, but don't mind me. Go ahead, Sacramento, you burning hot shithole that doesn't actually... Anyway, sorry. Sacramento sucks. California's capital just sucks. It's basically... Sacramento is the place that you go when you don't have enough money to buy a nice house in San Jose. Or the Bay Area in general. Because everything's cheaper there because it sucks and it's way hotter. Like, the Bay Area is actually pretty comfortable year-round for the most part, though it's getting warmer thanks to, you know, all the ecological issues that we're having. And also the drought, of course, which is an ecological issue, but probably not the one you thought I was referring to there. But Sacramento and like everything east of the Bay Area, which is over like a little bit of a mountain chain, gets real fucking hot. It doesn't have the bay and the ocean to cool it off, so it's nowhere near as enjoyable. So I don't really want to go out there, but it is much cheaper. But yeah, I don't think the capital should be there. I don't think it makes any sense, but I'm biased, so whatever. San Jose is my home. But yeah, anyway, considering that I've kind of been near big cities for pretty much my entire life, you might think that it's a little odd that big cities like that stress me out to a degree that I wouldn't want to go to them or visit them ever. I can kind of get down. It's like some stuff in New York is cool, but only like cultural heritage spots, basically. Of which there are not that many because it's, you know, stuff gets remodeled for obvious reasons, rebuilt. It's a big city, can't blame them for that. But, like an example would be, I think DC has the Smithsonian's. That was real fun. Like a lot of museums, I enjoy that kind of thing. No, there's no way we got someone. Okay, yeah, we're still short. We're gonna have to work on net worth, but it's gonna take some time. I'm kind of stalling on designing the building. I don't really want to do it right now because I feel like if we do not consolidate the crap that's on the floor, we're going to have a lot of issues. And this mess needs to be resolved at some point. It's just not going to fly. This can stay up here, but all this needs to be dealt with. And this as well. We can't just leave it like this. Let's see if my military's following orders now. It may have been that the tower was kind of fucking with things because it was such a mess. I think we might need to clean up our inventory a bit more. I think that might be a factor in why orders are kind of difficult to follow. There's just too many... Alright, well... Where are you coming from? You're gonna go around here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that at all. Military will pick right up. They'll shoot you right away. So that's no big deal. But yeah, places I'd like to go. I wouldn't mind going, you know, I just said, hey, I don't like big cities, but I think Japan probably deviates far enough from that culturally that I'd be kind of comfortable there. It's organized and clean enough that I'd be pretty comfortable in Japan, even though it's, you know, the population density is higher than anything I've even considered experiencing, so that would be maybe a little bit stressful, but I think I'd be okay with that, probably, which is good because Karen's gonna want to go there. Like she's got some family. Ooh, fight going on up here. She's got some family up there, so we'll probably go at some point. Probably not that long from now. A year or two, maybe. I'll have to see. But I think for me, Hawaii's got to be the first step. That's the first one I want to do. I went there as a kid a few times. It's pretty nice. I mean, we lucked out. My dad was working for a big tech company. And he was in sales, so he got some nice perks, let's put it that way. And we were put up in the Ritz-Carlton. And that was the nicest hotel. Like, all the hotels we stayed in there for the work retreats, or whatever you want to call it, were easily the nicest places I've ever stayed in my life. It was amazing. And I hope I aspire to one day earn that, or be a part of something that earns that, so... You know, get rich enough that I can afford it myself, or just, you know, luck out like my dad did and get in there. That'd be real nice, so... It was really, really nice. And also it set unreasonably high standards for what the breakfast should be at a hotel. Because they had so much nice stuff. And I'm not even like, I'm not like, oh, fresh fruit, like real good fresh fruit. That's the good shit. No, I'm like, no, they had boxed name brand cereal and I could just grab as many as I wanted and pig out on sugary bullshit. I was a not spoiled child, but I did not appreciate the real quality of the food that was there. So, second time going, I'd like to actually appreciate it and enjoy some really nice stuff. Macadamia nuts were... That's... Going to Hawaii in the first place got me kind of hooked on macadamia nuts, and then I came back and realized how fucking expensive the damn things were, and that kind of put a stop to that real quick. Which is unfortunate, but I still, you know, I try and grab some sometimes. They're still good. They're okay in cookies, but I don't know. Come on, man, fuck off. I think we'll save the door. Please? No? You're not gonna save? Oh, it's okay, we can replace it. I'd prefer not to, but we can... Alright, great, you broke it down. Fucking dick. I would like for you to not die. Alright, you got a cleric. That's fine. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. What an asshole, breaking down our door. I still really wish they would just break it and then it would be permanently open and they could get in, rather than breaking it and it's gone. I don't know. Maybe that one I think I'm just being a little bit whiny about. I don't think it's really a problem that they break doors. It's just personal preference that they wouldn't do that. Yeah, you guys are getting low on health. It's fine. You got healers. Or you don't have healers. Oh, lovely. All three of my fucking... God damn it. That was because 2 clerics were just sitting out and not doing anything. Are you fucking kidding me? This is like... Are we gonna wipe here? Pop this. We're actually gonna fucking wipe here. I'm so mad. Like, I'm not even trying to micromanage it, so that's fine, but... Oh. 2 more deaths. Now we only have clerics. Okay. 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 I think we're gonna end this episode early and maybe have to start this one over. I unfortunately do not have the opportunity to re-record this whole damn thing. Oh, and great, what an insult. You came in, our new person, to replace all those military people that died has 2 bodies. Fantastic. So yeah, the next episode is going to start over where this one started, unfortunately. I apologize for that, but I don't even know what... I honestly, genuinely don't know what the fuck happened there. I think maybe 2 of the clerics like stayed out of the fight until the very end, and they got in too late to have any impact. If that's the case, we're going to have to figure out how to remedy that, and this is getting to the point where I might just build a wall, not because I need it, but because the game is not fun if I don't do that. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join us for the next one as well. Take care.